Yeah, I mean, I've more experience than anyone when dealing with issues of the library. It's not as simple as it seems. I've been involved in negotiations before and then after the sit-in, which are extremely intensive. There's a lot of issues at play. There's a lot of industrial relations issues at play. 24-hour library isn't going to happen overnight. We've started talks on having a fishbowl, perhaps going close to 24-hour, coming up to exams this semester. It's not something I promise straight off, so I'm not 100% whether we'll get there yet this year, but we're getting close to it. I think it is something that's going to happen. If you look at it now, we've got about almost actually 3 hours a day now that the library's going to be open all semester. That's 7 in the morning till 10:45. It takes an hour, hour and a half to close up the library. So there's actually quite a small window that the library is closed for, maybe 4 hours or so it's getting around. So when you're looking at that, a 24-hour library starts to make a bit more sense, and almost becomes inevitable in that way. But it's certainly not going to be easy at all. It's not going to happen overnight, and there's a lot more difficult negotiations that have to be done that I have the experience to do.
I suppose kind of same question to you, Shane. Do you feel it's feasible, and how would you go about making it happen?
Well, especially personally, it is feasible, but what I tell this year, it's not going to be one night. I don't think any of us can promise it's going to happen this year or next year. It could, but it is things like sectarian or other organisations that may hinder, and they do have the right intentions. But that's why we should use to kind of take a strong stance on it. The big issue I feel like the library campus is important, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, we're going to have an issue coming into next semester, with enough space and times and things like that. Like in the manifesto that you would have read, I did propose opening the basement in each semester, 3 nights a week, the command by a year or something, 14 or anything like that. But the only reasons I did propose that is because, I do know people, especially this year, they couldn't afford laptops or Wi-Fi through accommodation. I think that would solve that problem, and would also sort out the problem of space and time and things like that. And the library issue itself, the fish was successful, and I welcome the amount of progress that was going on. But I don't think there's any point of one of us sitting here and saying it can be done this year, because it doesn't want to be. We don't know, because it's beyond our control in many instances, and it is something that we have to lobby for. But even if the two of us don't get elected, we as a student body have to lobby for it, because we do deserve it. DCU and Trinity, other colleges around Ireland or internationally, they have it, so why don't we? So it's feasible with it.
Perfect. And I suppose same question for you, Ian, is it feasible? And if you feel so, how would you go about putting it in, kind of getting the idea started?
Well, I think it is feasible, but not in the short term. I think it's in the medium to the long term is very much feasible. I think that progress has been made on it, but I think we're going to have to do much more lobbying efforts and working behind the scenes, as Joe and Shane pointed out. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a union-wide effort, not only just the education officer of the campaigns, particularly in campaigns, the president, but we're going to have to get everyone on board to say that this is a good idea. We're going to have to come up with a plan in place and logical steps. This is going to have to be a very logical process, and it's going to have to be one that is over time. I think in the short to medium term, a great thing that could be done is 24-hour spaces, just spaces themselves. I think that this could be done. It's done already in Trinity. There's examples of this. So I think that we could put it forward in the short to medium term, and I think it could be a great benefit to students in the interim, so that they can get their study done. I think we as a college do deserve this, and whoever the next education officer is, I think they're going to have to work very, very strongly behind the scenes and in public to make this a reality.
If it's, I suppose, something that is kind of more medium term, I suppose longer than maybe 12 months, would the continuity of having an officer, I suppose, continuing the role, would that be a help, do you feel?
I think definitely. I mean, like I said, I started wheels in motions. It is being discussed about trying to get towards the 24-hour fish bowl this semester. The problem is some of these negotiations have been so sensitive. I mean, when the sit-in was happening, there were talks of a general strike in the library shutting altogether around exam time. So a lot of stuff is in a knife edge. So you really need to know what you're talking about going in there. I built up the relations. I mean, if someone, you can't just walk in, slap down the table 24 hour library. It cannot do all the other work. So I think continuity is essential. It's actually one of the key reasons why I wanted to rerun, because I don't want to see regression on this, which is very possible. I want the continuity. The core problem is still there, the way that the library functions, the way that the open hours functions, and until that changes, we won't get the flexibility we need. So I think definitely the continuity is essential.
I suppose, Ian, do you feel it would be a disadvantage or with a fresh face?
Well, personally, I believe that change is inherently good in this situation. I believe that is the nature of the union that we have yearly terms, is to ensure that change is a necessary and vital component of part of the union. I think that bringing a fresh voice and new ideas can really speed along the process. Joe mentioned about slamming on the table and saying that 24 hours was demand. No one suggested that. I don't think anyone at this table has suggested that 24 hours immediately is the right way to go about things. This is going to be slower progress, and it might not even be happening in the next term, but it will definitely, I think it will definitely happen in the medium to long term if we do work hard, and we're going to need some new ideas, some new approach to bring the best of Joe's term and whoever comes after Joe, or be it Joe himself. I think we're going to have a combination of ideas. I don't think that one linear approach is going to work on this. I think we're going to have a combination.
Same question with you, Shane, about coming in, I suppose, as a new face.
Yeah, like I agree with you, but we have to thank Joe for the amount of work he's done. It's like any position, there's going to be there's going to be breakdown relations with Joe, and doesn't get that as well. I would say that breakdown is going to be strong in the time to use, but it's just going to be the relationship is going to be formed. The relationship will be formed on the basis of new pressure. The strength of these ideas obviously has to match what Joe has already brought to the table. And as I said, the situation that we're in could have gone a lot worse. It's been really obvious it did get bad, but it could, as I said, it could have gone a lot worse. But if you bring someone in the office who's been out in the bubble, or who's been in the student bubble, and then kind of becomes affected with it. So Joe has been in the UCCSU bubble, but not in the academic bubble. He's been kind of out of touch in one sense of what is the issue in specialization. If you're a student who has been affected by it, and as Joe pointed out in an active recently, with exams being interrupted because of specialization and things like that, it's like these new ideas by people who've been affected by these extremes of the results of specialization need to be brought to the table. Personally, if Joe was going to be elected, I wouldn't be horrific, he's done a good job, I'm not going to say that, he's done a good job, but personally, I know that there's things that might change, because I was in the academic program myself, and I graduated a couple of months myself. I just want kind of that chance to bring to the table what I can.
I suppose maybe picking up,
I suppose, for Olympics that have been in the union here, I'm not a dinosaur. I'm 21 years old. I haven't been in UCC for a full 4 years yet. My manifesto is full of new, fresh ideas. I have the broadest experience of specialization across the college. I mean, either of your experiences as a 5-year art student taking a module you're doing is very different to someone in nursing or medicine or law or different modules, whereas I've been picking up on all these different things. So I think that would be helpful. I don't think I've stagnated that much in my 9 months.
I didn't need the news to start, I just think,
Yeah.
Can I give another story? In running for this, I've spoken to a lot of people from the College of Sex, the College of Mental Health, mature students, international students, postgrad students, colleges, law, college of arts. I've gotten a full range of how it's affecting them. It's affecting them in very different ways. That's as Shane said, it's a very student-oriented approach. I've been a college rep as well as a student this year, so I've seen not just alone the effects that it's had on me, which are quite rough when I find your student in the beginning of semesterization, but also other students, be it first years who are just coming into the system, other students from all around the system. and they're all saying the same things. It doesn't work yet. It's a good idea, but we need to get there. I think that the right idea is the right approach to fix this problem and work for students.
Can I just sound it kind of ties into the learning aspect of what you asked. It's like semesterization, as Joe said, he's picked up at anything. Like we all have mates and different courses. Like in the last couple of days speaking to people, the one case that has been kind of enrolled has been free. And the only reason I'm saying is because they're like hours, like they just want students basically weekends, and instead of if we have the fish bowl and things like that, But it's just the fact that semesterization, we all know how it affected different people. But like if any of us went in the office going into the second year of semesterization, we're going to have discussions, maybe focus groups, it would be so like outside of the union. So just to have more ideas again and more momentum to